Hi Monique, I'm taking a look at your project. I posted a video in the announcements talking about issues students tend to have with this project, so make sure that you take a look at that because I think it's going to help you. I talk about making sure you have a title slide, an introduction, and a conclusion. Those are things that you're missing. You just kind of you go right into the two populations, but I don't know why you're telling us this. If that makes sense, like you can never assume that people know what the assignment is. You have some really good information about immigration, but I don't know where it's coming from. You're not citing your sources, and you say it's becoming a worldwide epidemic of how they're treated, etc., etc. And so you're giving information about them being detained, but what is really missing is an argument that they are a marginalized population. So, and you need to very specifically talk about that. You need to have sources that are going to back that up. So make a solid argument. I talk about that in the video and the announcements as well. So that's missing. Also, when you talk about how you're going to exhume, voting is going to be helpful, but how are you specifically going to do that? You know, you, Monique, how are you going to do that? What could you do today to help people? And so that needs to be far more specific. The same goes for mental health care for inmates, and I wouldn't necessarily say behind bars. I would say make sure you say inmates when you're talking about it. And I'm glad you say in the future as a healthcare professional. That's great, and I'm glad you're addressing that very specifically because not everybody did, so that's really awesome. I really like the story that you're telling us, like giving us a specific example. But that's one specific example. Now you need to be arguing that that is a marginalized population. I mean, first of all, the incarcerated population is marginalized to begin with. People with mental health issues inside who are incarcerated, you know, talk about, I mean, because they basically, I mean, this is an intersectional double whammy for them, right? Not only are they incarcerated, but they have mental health issues. So people who are incarcerated are marginalized. People with mental health issues are marginalized. You cross those two together and these are like doubly, triply, quadruply marginalized, right? Talk about that. Say, I feel like I'm getting like bits of information, but I'm not getting a full picture. Like I'm not getting you telling us what's happening, taking us step by step through it like you would with a paper. That's what I want to hear. More of that. And how then you plan to exhume them. You specifically, what are you going to do in your role? Like what would you try to enact, or what are you going to volunteer your time? Whatever it might be, what is part of your solution that you can do? Maybe raising awareness, whatever it might be, and then have some sort of a concluding slide, and then your references. There are no references anywhere, and they need to be in here. So you have some work to do. I mean, you picked two really interesting populations, and I think that this just can be an amazing project. So just, you know, take my suggestions. Make sure you go back over all the resources that I provided. So the video in the announcements, the video that's in the under learning materials, warm bodies, Exhume project, all of those materials in there. Make sure you look at the exemplar, all of those things to help you so you know exactly what it is I'm asking for. And if at any point you need more help, make sure you make an appointment to come see me, okay?